I'm not gonna try throat bite because we already know this guy's immune to bleeding. Just gonna keep biting him. Ah, okay. Oh, that's right. He is still crippled, so his action points are garbage right now. Nice, nice. Wolf's doing work. Alright, heal her. So, one thing to point out, Bear Daughter has a skill, a talent called Arrow Recovery. She has a 33% chance to get back special arrows she uses. She was at 9 knockdown arrows, I think, at the beginning of the fight, and I fired like 4. And I've consumed 1, and that's fantastic. Nice. Alright, just do a normal shot. Nice! I really hope this guy doesn't explode when he dies like the last fire boss. Coup de Gracie! Wait, what's going on?
And that is the final end of Barakus Rex.
Until Divinity 2.
May his soul remain in the depths of hell. Back on my feet again.
So does Jason ever tell who he sold his soul to, or is that it? He does, he does. Short synopsis, he was a king, he fell in love, he had a woman, they were great, he started dying, no doctors could cure him despite him having like all the money in the world. Holy crap, that's a lot of loot. He finally, in desperation, summoned like a demon, and he's like, what is killing me? And the demon said, your wife, haha, she's a demon too, she's draining you. And he felt completely heartbroken, and he made a deal with the demon to get rid of her and to like live longer or something like that. And the guy said something like, you know, in 1,000 years I'm gonna come to collect. And at this point in the story, he's been studying all the knowledge he can get his hands on how to get out of deals, because it's been like 999 years or something. And that's when you meet him. And so if you follow his quest to completion,
what a find!
I know. If you follow his quest to the end, it adds a boss to the game, like an optional boss that's like the demon, and you can free him from the curse. And DOS 2 is kind of played assuming you had done that because he's still alive, but I guess he's still immortal? Okay, let's see, heal Eve. Man, Eve was knocked down the first 3 turns of that fight. Just scary business.
Back on my feet again.
Stress.
I feel better already.
Alright, let's identify some of this magic loot, huh? Barakus's two-handed axe. That was a very scary weapon, but I'm not using two-handers this playthrough. So that's just gonna be a big pile of money, and I'm okay with that. Right, yeah. You know, I mean, it made a deal with him, but it basically took advantage of him in his biggest moment of weakness, which was caused by another one draining his life, who was also who he thought was his one true love. So it was all kinds of craziness. Let's equip that here, and we'll hang on to the telekinesis ring in case we need to pick up something that's, like, in a weird spot. What's the belt? Shield Specialist. Ooh, girl. That goes to her. Wait, she already has a Shield Specialist belt. Okay, let's hand it to her because of the lockpicking? And she has better. Okay, I guess we can sell it. That's a shock. Had a high quality belt and don't really need it. Let's see. The magic boots and the magic staff. Encourage skill book. Increase strength, dex, and con by 1. I mean, that's a good filler move if she's out of range of everybody. So what I'm curious of, if I do this... Watch those health bars. They stay full. Okay. Normally, when you increase someone's maximum health in this game, like if they're 100 out of 100, they'll become 100 out of 110, and then you have to heal them to top them off. Encourage apparently doesn't do that. So that's a good filler move. Oh, crafting. Wait. Those are bracers? I thought those were little boots. Oh, okay. There we go. Does anyone else need her old bracers? No, they don't. Okay, is that the last item? Static Cloud Arrow for her. Staff that's an upgrade for Muck. And what is the staff? 38 to 76. Okay, we can sell that. Alright, let me tap that quick save, and the party wants to talk. What's up, Jahan?
The king is dead. Long live... Well, not he.
Very clever, Jahan.
He came close though, Barakus Rex. Close to fulfilling his dream. Dormant he would lie until loyal followers that persisted through centuries would restore him to life afresh. As a ghoul, no more was he reborn. Exactly the type of base necromancy I abhor. But now that he is dust at our feet, I can't help but feeling a morsel of pity. The work of ages, the desire beyond death, we undid with a simple stroke of the sword.
I don't know if I'd call what we did simple. Pity? This thing from the grave wanted to release ruin on mankind. I spit on his corpse. Pity indeed. Let's have my team argue. I almost never have them argue.
Yes, well, something along those lines. Life, it is such a precious commodity. So precious indeed that death is dealt in droves to merely postpone it. To make it cross the boundaries set by nature. There is much simple irony to be found in these exploits, but at the heart of it lies an equally simple endeavor, which is to overcome the most primal of fears, the dread that prompts philosophy and religion both, and that is the fear of death. To overcome death, if it be possible, is to attain victory over the unconquerable.
Little bit of a foreshadowing on his story.
What a thing of beauty it would be. Still, all this talk about immortality hits the raw and ragged nerve of passing time.
Okay, he's done. What's Bear Daughter have to say?
It is strange, Source Hunter. I have heard many tales of Barakus Rex, the radiant ruler, and King Barakus, boon of our blighted land. How can it be that the stories sang him a hero when he was in fact an evil tyrant?
History is written by power, not by truth. There's no more truth to those stories than there are fish in the sky. It's true. Histories are little more than the propaganda of their writers. The stories of Barakus are no different.
But you cannot think that all the stories of old are fiction. What about Threes? What about Amira? And the cycles of the Elven bards? If they are false, if they are written by power, as you say, what good can they be? A wise man such as Jarrett would not have bothered with propaganda, as you say. He's a man of learning. No, I am certain you are wrong in this, Source Hunter.
Okay. Alright, is there anything else going on in this room? There's a bunch of vases. Let's burn this up. What?
Is it safe? Have you done it? Please tell
I was kind of in the middle of something,
Arhu.
Arhu.
Barakus Rex to the grave once and for all.
So I have. His reign of terror is over forever. Until the sequel.
Oh, truly wondrous. I feel like a prisoner set free. Free to bask in the daylight once more. I was so fearful. Petrified almost in the knowledge that I might see him again. You see, I knew the Mad King. In fact, I served him.
Come again?
I'm a wizard hunter.
No,
And
Master
that
Agent,
means
this is
I've
the end of
seen
Act
many
1.
centuries pass me
There's
by.
4 acts.
They weren't always happy ones, and you may take that as an understatement. I was once under Barakus' thrall, bound to him by perfidious magic. Life was an endless cycle of servitude, torture, and humiliation. Only after the first source hunters skewered him like the pig he was did my nightmare end. As you can imagine, I was afraid beyond all measure that the fiend would enslave us all once more. That I'd be cast back into the rank pit that was my past. But he hasn't, and he never will. Thank you. I will never forget this act.
So I asked Barakus about Cassandra. It turns out she was his sister, a sister with a man-cat?
So you have heard of her? Yes. I knew Cassandra. She was a sweet girl when we met.
So I'm kind of heavily
Hardly a
implying,
woman.
are you the man-cat?
The very opposite of her deranged brother, who did not hesitate to butcher her for his own benefit. We were fast friends in those days. Aye, more than friends. Until he took her down to the dungeons, and she returned a woman no longer. A twisted lich had she become, with a twisted mind to match her grisly new shape.
Why did he turn his own sister into a lich?
He remorselessly and relentlessly sought ways to cheat death. Cassandra and he were soul-forged, so he knew that if she would die, he would die. And so he turned her into a lich. Turned her into a creature neither living nor dead, so that he could break the soul forge without destroying himself in the process.
I mean, that's evil, but also very clever.
Giving the matter no further thought, he rid his sister of her humanity, so as to rid himself of a spell that could threaten him. Such a man was Barakus Rex. Immortal in his mind, and immortal to be in effect. As your swords and spells have demonstrated, though, to this world's everlasting contentment, his deranged fancy was not to be.
Selling stuff in between his conversation. Alright, so if Cassandra's an immortal lich, where's she now?
I don't know. When the Source Hunters besieged Barakus' castle, I sought only to escape. I never heard of her again.
Truly, even though, as you say, you and Cassandra were more than friends?
Yes, I longed for freedom, for release. When I saw my chance, I ran and never looked back.
Alright, so now that Barakus has been dealt with, what's next?
You have foiled one of Leandra's vile designs, that much is certain. But I highly doubt you forestalled her endgame, whatever that may be. It is therefore imperative that we find her sister Ikara. As you've learned from the accursed duo that was Jake and Evelyn, the White Witch is somehow involved. I will vouch for her gentle nature, but alas, I cannot vouch for her current state of mind. Has she been corrupted by her sister, perhaps? Or have they become enemies locked in a murderous game of cat and mouse? There's no way of knowing until you find her. What I do know is that she lives in a cabin deep in Lakula Forest to the north. If anywhere, that is where I advise your travels should take you next.
Which is Act 2.
Very well, Hunter.
Okay, let's finish looting this room. Oh, Eve wants to talk to me.
That's it. Barakus Rex is dead. The way he spoke about our forebears was horrific. I wonder how many Source Hunters had to die before the Source King was deposed.
He was a man utterly corrupted by Source. Don't waste a moment thinking on his crimes, especially not when we have a world of work ahead of us.
Yes! Forward is the only way we can look now.
Okay. They've caned pragmatic. Hey, treasure chest over here. Glad we kept looking around the room. Alright, I think Barakus dropped a key. I'm guessing it goes to this. What? What? I swear I picked up a key back there. Ice shard scroll. Oh man, I can barely push that thing around. Oh, summon fire elemental skill book. Happy day. I'll take that. Whoa!
Back on my feet again.
It's okay. I think we just found a bloodstone. Let's clean this up. So I guess the key that I found went to that treasure chest. It had a bloodstone in it. Lucky charm just procced. Alright, can Muck learn the fire elemental book right now? Seven use, 5 turn cooldown. Neat. Oh, look at that beauty. Comes with his own jetpack. Alright. Can't pick a lock. I don't think I can destroy a chest that's like that either. That's like a steel one. Is there no more keys over here? Nothing's highlighting. Oh, there's a bone pile down there I missed. I wonder if I can just carry the whole chest with me until I can open it. That'll be the next thing I try.
Nothing but rubbish.
So yes, I can carry it. Have you tried the Forgotten Sanctum DLC to PoE Deadfire? I have. That's actually one of my top viewed videos on YouTube, because I was literally playing PoE to Deadfire the day that it came out. So I was like, oh, well, I'm the right level for this. Let's just do this right now. So I was one of the first people on YouTube to put like a full playthrough of Forgotten Sanctum. So it's, yep. I've played it. It's on there. There's a lot of tentacles. It's very Cthulhian. Okay, one thing I remember is outside the church here, there's like a hatch and a buried treasure, but I haven't figured out how to get over there. Is there like another... Oops. Is there another hatch here somewhere? Don't see any more hidden buttons like the earlier ones that we saw. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I really enjoyed Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Similar to my time with Tower of Time, it feels like a game that was almost like unknown of on Twitch. Like, I met very few new people while I was playing that game, which is kind of a shame. Had it had a little bit more of a following, I would have happily played it through a second time on like the top difficulty or something. But it is what it is. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and there was a lot of unique equipment in there that you can get and then, you know, take it with you into the other content if you wish to. 2% block. Oh, a shield upgrade for our girl. That's so rare. Let's see. Grimoire of the Inconceivable. The Codex of Pestilential Thought. Wait, what? -1 perception, +1 intelligence, permanent change. Crit chance, initiative, starting action points. Ability to detect traps and accuracy. I mean, that's... I could just have Bear Daughter take care of that, but I really don't want to hurt anyone's starting action points. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that book. I don't want to click on it by accident. Toss that to him. He carries spooky stuff. It's fine. Okay, is there anything else to do in Act 1 that's really pressing? Not really. Okay. Alright. Let's do... Act 2. I stepped into Act 2 in the past just to get the waypoint and buy some spells. So I've already got the teleporter to go there. See, before I came here, I followed the road, ended up at town, and did some shopping. So I didn't really wander around or anything. But this is Act 2. I think for a while not by trying to, but I just happened to have 3 pieces of equipment with telekinesis, so now I'm missing it.
A shadow just sprang to life.
I did see that as a
Magic
Void
indeed.
Watcher.
Perhaps we're nearing the White Witch's lair.
Treasure chest. There's that Void Watcher again. I'm gonna save game. These guys are level 10. They're my level.
Ah, the Source Hunter. It is my greatest pleasure to announce to you that we Immaculates have captured the feared White Witch and quarantined her house of horrors. Yes, the greatest known threat to Rivellon has been neutralized. Thanks in no small part to you, Source Hunter. Your activities in Sicil drove the snake to her den, and that's where we Immaculates sprang our trap.
Yeah, I played on Path of the Damned mode, and it was a few tough points, but it wasn't too bad. Slowest time setting? Alright, I need to question the White Witch about her involvement in the murder of Counselor Jake.
Ah, the High Counselor of Sicil. We mourned his tragic death. Yes, every Immaculate honors the memory of that noble man. Still, Source Hunter, I am sworn on my life to guard this quarantine. I serve a higher authority than yours, and will not waver in my duty.
You and I clearly serve the same side. I see no reason to compromise your capture of the White Witch. I hate this game. I really do.
If you're certain,
Oh, I got XP.
suppose I can trust the word of one of your esteemed order.
Yeah.
Go on then, Source Hunter. But please tell no Immaculate I let you pass, or it will be my life.
Honestly, I expected to lose that argument and then have to fight, and I was ready for a fight, but whatever. What is that?
I'm stuck.
Is this the new Fortnite dance? Ah, crap.
Shield me! I am powerless to protect myself!
There were, I remember in Pillars of Eternity Deadfire, there were a couple of fights in the, I think it was called Hunter Slayer Survivor pack DLC that I was not able to beat. Like, literally, we fought for 5-10 minutes and I could not kill them. Alright, so can't get through the shield there. Mushroom Akari?
Are you addressing us?
A talking mushroom. Now I've seen everything.
Oh, somehow we doubt that very much. Have you ever seen the Moth King's silver spoon? Nearly microscopic.
That's what she said.
No, Source Hunter. We do believe this life hasn't finished surprising you. Not in the least.
What do you know about this barrier?
It's quite a lovely sort of barrier, isn't it? Who doesn't enjoy a gentle, breezy motion against one's backside, after all? Then again, we suspect it's been hoisted up by some not-so-savory characters, and we happen to know just how to remove it. The only trouble is finding the right sort of clever, sort of intrepid sort of person to entrust such a secret to.
Finding the right sort of clever, sort of intrepid sort of person.
Here's what we propose. We've a fresh batch of 3 brain teasers hot off our thinking caps. Perhaps, if you can answer them correctly, we might find you spirited enough to entrust with the barrier's deepest, darkest secrets. But it isn't all fun and games. We hardly offer second chances to the beriddled. If you give us a single false answer, we'll clam up like morning glories at midnight. So, do you have what it takes?
Yes, because I have a save game button. I'm up to the challenge.
This is better news than the Orc Queen misplacing her thumbscrew. But enough delays. Let us begin. Your first riddle begins thus. The ravenous brute tore down my chartreuse gown, ripped out my silken hair by its roots, wrenched my children from me and fed me to the hogs. Who am I?
Ear of corn.
An ear of corn.
That's right. An ear of corn fits perfectly.
Bravo!
It's not that bad when it gives you multiple choice.
Bravissimo! An ear of corn indeed. Can you imagine a sheep in a chartreuse gown? A pumpkin with silken hair? The fantasies of a fool. Now, on to our second riddle. And this one's sure to stump you.
Yeah, the constructs have disgusting damage reduction versus physical. Like, yeah, it took me forever to kill them, but if you have like a wizard in the party, he can delete them in like 2 or 3 spells. But your party is almost all physical damage, and so is mine, and it would take an eternity to kill those things.
I cannot lie. I cannot lay, but only lie. Who am I?
I cannot lie. Wait, what? I cannot lie, I cannot lay, but only lie. A politician? I cannot lay. A politician sounds like someone trying to be funny. I cannot lay. I am not getting this.
A stone.
That's right. A stone fits perfectly.
Looking stone for Master Agent.
You've done it again! I'm thrilled. I'm amazed.